Good Sunday morning.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Chuck Camp.
I'm David Paul. Welcome to Cartersville Live.
Our second show.
Yes, we got some good response from last week's show.
We did. We asked a question last week, and we gave out a telephone number, and you responded. Thank you.
We got some emails from you. You went to our website, cartersvillelive.com, and then you called the number and gave your answer to our question. That was fun.
It was.
I enjoyed hearing the responses coming in. That was very exciting. So we're going to do that again this morning.
Right.
In the meantime, Chuck, I went out. Have you heard of Lake Point?
Yes.
Lake Point Sporting Complex. Big sporting complex. And plus they're bringing hotels in. This is the destination for sports. This is it. This is people from states around are going to come to Lake Point up in Emerson, Georgia. I can't explain it as well as this guy can. This is the CEO of Lake Point.
This is Earl Earhart. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, David.
What is your role here at Lake Point?
Here at Lake Point, I'm the CEO and co-CEO with my partner, Neil Freeman.
What a responsibility.
Well, it is, but it's also a joy and one of the greatest challenges I've ever had in my entire career.
This is an enormous building we're in. Tell everybody where we're located right now.
We're in the Champion Center, the newest indoor facility at Lake Point. It's the world's largest installation of board basketball floors all in one continuous span in the world. It's 183 yards from one end to the other. That's for Olympic times about 22 seconds. For guys my age, probably a 5-minute walk. But it is a fascinating building. We can play 12 basketball games at once. We can play 24 volleyball games at once. We can play 30 wrestling mats all down at once. We've got all kinds of great activities in here. We're doing classes, we're doing fencing and tumbling and basketball and birthday parties and after school events. And it's just been we've probably already booked the first 43 of the 52 weekends for this year and next in here. We've got lots of space and a lot of
Who books this place out? Who wants that much space?
Everything from event operators, like the big ones this summer were Under Armour and Adidas, 10,000 people through here in a day with these massive national tournaments and national championships. That was in basketball. The big volleyball event providers. And then again, just we have an open gym in here. I believe it's every Tuesday and Thursday night is open gym for youth and adult. We just started this week our youth basketball leagues. All of this is on our Facebook and on our website if anybody's interested in playing those. But open gym is just come down and get on a team. You play till you lose and then you get back in. It's a great community resource in that sense. We've got we've got everything from fencing to cheerleaders to dancers to taekwondo and tai chi and gymnastics and futsal, which is indoor soccer. So it's also a convention and visitors facility. We've got multi-purpose rooms. It's a place to come and have a corporate lunch. It's a pretty neat facility. We're proud of it.
All right here in Bartow County.
All right here in Bartow County.
Why did y'all pick Bartow County?
Because of the community. There just wasn't. The original idea for this started in two different places. I was doing something similar down in Cobb County, and my partner was doing something similar in Gwinnett. Well, we came up here and we met with the community leaders at the time. It was Clarence Brown and the mayors of all 5 cities. They put about 40 of those folks in the Booth History Museum up there, and the people that we brought in here, the investors and the main tenant, Perfect Game Baseball, this community just outreach to these people. And they said this is the most. They had actually Perfect Game was going to go to Florida. They were driving back to Iowa from Florida, and we said, just please stop here and take a look. And they said the whole conversation on the way home to Iowa in the car was, hey, we're going to love being in Cartersville and Bartow County, Georgia, and the city of Emerson and all these places, because these people are the kind of community we want to do business in. And that was what started it all.
It's enormous right now. Are you 80%, 90%?
We're about 30%. We got a long way to go.
30%?
Yeah, this is the southern campus.
Okay.
And then, as you can see, the bridge is getting ready to go over the railroad tracks here at the CSX right behind Lake Point Station. And that'll open up the northern campus. That's more fields. That's more entertainment venues, more hotels, the Greg Norman Golf Course, junior baseball and women's softball fields. That's where the Boomtown is. That's a lot of the wonderful nighttime venues. Some little bit nicer restaurants in some sense, and the restaurant and the retail and things to do at night. That's the movie theater and the Andretti karting and all the fun things right there.
When do you see that happening?
It'll all be finished inside 3 years.
Wow.
It's a great development plan.
Are you reaching out to every state? I mean, is this like Disney? Is this a destination spot?
It is definitely the largest sports travel destination. We're certainly not Disney, but this summer we had all 50 states represented by their license tags in the parking lot here at the baseball venue and at the basketball venue. We always take a look and make sure we get all 50. So I'd say 60% of our business is from the eastern seaboard. The rest is from all over the country. We even have Canadian and Hawaiian and Puerto Rican and Alaskan teams who have played here, and now we have the South Korean ping pong playing today.
Are any other major attractions trying to piggyback off y'all's success?
I think there's a lot of success being seen in the sports travel tourism industry nationwide. A lot of cities and counties are getting into the business because it's such a tourism draw. It creates so much tax revenue from hotel motel, which is not paid by the local citizen generally, because that's people from out of town staying in a hotel. So it's generating a ton of economic development. We've generated over 2,000 direct and indirect jobs just here at Lake Point over the last year. We have, including our part-time employees, we have over 500 people who are working right here. And let me tell you, most of those checks I sign are you Harley and White and Cartersville and Emerson and right here. I love signing those for those employees because it's a great example of hopefully the kind of economic development and the jobs we're providing for the local community.
Everybody, this is Earl Earhart. What's your role here?
I'm the CEO.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, David. Thanks for coming by.
Hey, I'm Charlie Ridge. I want to thank the people of Bartow County for making Goodyear Grassdale Road the success that it is. Come down and say hello to my manager, Clay Nally, a lifetime resident of Bartow County. I've been with Goodyear for 26 years, service you can trust. Come see Clay and Charlie, Goodyear Grassdale Road, 770-334-8977. Goodyear Grassdale Road, 770-334-8977. We treat people right.
Through the years, farmers have worked hard to keep fresh produce on our tables. Faith and determination can go a long way. At Food Depot, we want to keep putting fresh, delicious produce on your table.
I'm Kenny, produce supervisor for Food Depot. We hand select our vegetables, always thinking of fresh. We buy locally at our state farmers market, supporting our local farmers, their families, and the environment.
Food Depot. With faith, hard work, and determination, we're making a difference.
Chuck, did you find that educational at all about Lake Point?
I did.
I found that it's interesting. I mean, this is in Emerson, Georgia, and like I said, it's about 30% complete. Wow. And you know this is going to bring in, other people are going to want to piggyback off their success.
It's going to be great for tourism.
Great for tourism. And this is so centrally located up here, right? 75, state below it, in every direction. It is fantastic location.
Right.
So that's right here in Emerson, Georgia.
But you're not originally from this area of the country, right?
I was born and raised in Orlando, Florida. I came to Atlanta in '89.
You know, as I'm getting older, I get a little bit sentimental about my past. And every once in a while, I find myself now driving by the childhood home that I grew up in. Do you ever do that when you go down to Orlando, or do your parents still live in the house you grew up in?
My parents still live in the same house.
Seriously?
My parents have lived in the same. My parents have been married like 65 years.
My gosh.
They're both still living. So I go down there and see them about twice a year.
That is an accomplishment.
Tell my mother, go make me something to eat. She goes in there and makes me something to eat. She's a good mother.
That's terrible.
Pay for my gas.
How often do you drive down there?
Twice a year.
Twice a year.
I go down there usually every May, then I go down there around Thanksgiving and hang out with them. And my mom always cooks for me. She enjoys it.
Right.
You know.
Do you cook? This is a guy, I'm asking him, do you cook?
Sometimes.
Right. See, I think that'd be an interesting episode in the future. Some great recipes.
We need to set a kitchen up.
Right. Got Thanksgiving on the way.
Are you serious? Would you really?
Yeah, heck yeah.
If you'd like to see that, call this number. Can you put the number up here right now, Chuck?
The number is right there.
Put the number up. If you'd like to see that.
You know, my best meal is meatloaf. I have relatives ask me, would you please cook me a meatloaf?
I love meatloaf.
Yeah, and I make a great meatloaf.
I've never made meatloaf.
Maybe we should have a contest. I'll come to your house and make you a meatloaf.
Would you really do that?
I would do that.
And you'd make
and we'd film it.
Film it in their house. Invite Chuck to your house. I wonder if people right now saying that kind of weirds me out. That kind of just, I don't know this guy. You know,
right.
Guy's been on TV. We've seen the last 2 weeks, and now he's asking to come to my house. That's kind of.
I want to come cook for you.
That's kind of weird. Hide the jewelry. You know.
Right.
But you do that.
Yeah, take a little camera crew with us and
make a little 3-minute segment out of it.
Yeah, meet the family.
You think that's kind of weird? Call this number right now. It's like, Chuck, that's kind of weird. Can you put the number back up here, Chuck?
The number's there.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird there, Chuck, but you really do that.
I would. Or if you're one of those people who prefer, send us an email.
Prefer what?
Some people would rather sit down and type an email than pick up the phone and call.
Can you put the email up here on the screen right now, Chuck?
Right here.
Can you put the email up here? The website, cartersvillelive.com. So in fact, you want to watch our past episodes, they're on there. It's all there. Chuck, you went out this week and talked to somebody.
I went up to Cartersville, Georgia, and met with a gentleman named Skip McNutt. And he is an artist, and he's a brilliant artist, and he's a very talented artist. Mm-hmm. And what he would like to leave behind as a legacy, if you remember the Great Locomotive Chase in the 1800s.
That's coming up. The festival, Great Locomotive Chase Festival is coming up.
That's right. They have it.
Is it next month or a month after? But it's coming up.
In October in Cartersville, that festival. And you have been there in the past, haven't you?
I go every year. Every year.
Do?
And Cartersville is like 10 miles from where I live. It's a little north. See, if you've never come up here, you know, Etowah Indian Mounds is up here. Cartersville. These are little. You've got another city called Uharley. Uharley doesn't even have a grocery store. You know, I mean, this is how country some of this area is. You'd enjoy it, but Uharley, or we'll tell you about it right a week before the Cartersville Festival. You've got to go to it.
Okay.
You gonna go?
I think I will go because I went up there and I talked to Skip McNutt, who is an artist, mm-hmm. and he'll explain this to you. But he painted a mural of depicting the Great Locomotive Chase on the train depot in Cartersville, and what he would like to do is to make that happen like where it started at the big shanty in Kennesaw, mm-hmm. and take it all the way north to where it ended at. And we'll put you some links so you can read about the Great Locomotive Chase if you're not familiar with it. But in the meantime, check out Skip McNutt.
My name's Carson McNutt. I go by the nickname of Skip. I'm an artist by trade. In the year 2008, as I was sitting within my studio upstairs at the time, I was looking across the street at the depot. And of course, like most train depots, it didn't have anything on the front at the time, and I thought that it would be a good spot to do a painting of some historical event concerning the town of Cartersville, Georgia. And at any rate, after doing a little research, the town's noted for the Great Locomotive Chase, which did occur during the Civil War. So I thought that might make a good mural in front of that depot. I proceeded in pursuing this in 2008. It took 3 years, a little over 3 years, to get the city's permission to just actually have a spot to hang the painting on. But it did come to fruition, and we did work on the painting, and when I say we, it was myself and another artist by the name of Ernest Neal. Both of us collaborated to do the painting, and we pursued a federal grant at the time through the Department of Agriculture in order to do this painting. It took us 8 months and 2 days to do the painting. Unlike most murals that's painted directly on the surface of a building, we painted it on 5 aluminum panels. And of course, we specially treated these panels for longevity. Today's date is a little over 5 years old, and there is no deterioration of the painting at this time whatsoever. The painting on the federal grant was a $75,000 painting. The actual value of that painting is somewhere around $250,000. It was the first painting that we did, and we're wanting to pursue several other paintings along this chase within each town, hoping that we could achieve the funds or receive the funds to do the other paintings. There's 10 more to be done. The federal funds actually ran out during the economic downturn, so I'm still pursuing those funds, trying to achieve this trail to where towns would be able to attract tourists with an interest of the history that has occurred within each of these towns, from Kennesaw all the way to Fort O, Georgia, where the chase ended. And each town would have a different scene of the chase that did occur during April the 12th, 1862, during that Civil War which occurred. The chase scene in itself is of historical significance, with the fact too that the Texas and General, both Southern owned at the time during the war, the Texas pursued the General going backwards the entire distance from Kingston, just south of Kingston, all the way to where the chase ended, the other side of Fort Oglethorpe.
If you're one of the millions of Americans who collect trains, this trip to Adairsville should be on your list of destinations. From Atlanta, take I-75 north, get off on exit 306, and turn left. Follow the signs to historic downtown Adairsville. When there, make sure you stop into the art gallery of the part-time artist Skip McNutt. Not only is there a wide assortment of art supplies, you can also order a pencil drawing of yourself or your entire family by master artist Skip McNutt. Check out his website for more details. That's parttimeartist.com.
Image screen printing and window tint can print your stickers, vinyl graphics, and vehicle wrap designs. We use the latest technology in window film to cut patterns for your car with precision cuts. Image is the only authorized Lumar window film dealer in Cartersville since 1988, offering a lifetime warranty on cars, trucks, big trucks, and commercial professional installation. We also have a large assortment of apparel to choose from. You can pick out colors and see available printed shirts for ideas and logo designs. Image makes custom yard signs, banners, magnetic signs, business cards, and much more. Call us 770-386-0025 or come visit us at our new location, 301 North Tennessee Street in Cartersville, right next to Weinman Stadium. Go Canes!
Chuck, last week we asked a question on here. What was the question?
The question was about the football player who refused to stand during the national anthem.
And we asked for your response to call, and this number goes straight to a recording. When you call this number, and you leave a message. Well, yeah, this guy. Tell the story. Who was this guy? What was the story about this guy?
I can't even pronounce his name, and I don't care to.
Who cares? Yeah.
From the 49ers.
He didn't stand up during Pledge of Allegiance.
Right. So we asked your thoughts on that.
We're not taking a side. We want to know what you're thinking. Well, you called and you responded, and I'm thrilled you did. And let's listen to what they said.
This is Lori. Everything has been really intriguing. I love it. It's kind of motivating me to want to get out and look around Georgia some more.
My name is Randy Terry, mainly for entertainment, not for the protest about the Black Lives Matter movement.
Yeah, first calling in regards to the Colin Kaepernick who won't stand for the national anthem. I'm an ex-Marine. I was in from 82 to 88. I'm Parish Sheffield from Marietta, Georgia. And I just want to say that I've been a big NFL fan my whole life. And since they can't support, recognize, and honor the cops that were murdered, but yet they can allow them to act like 12-year-old spoiled kids who can't honor our country, which has made him a multimillionaire. But anyway, just wanted to put my 2 cents worth in about how I feel about it.
Yes, David, this is Eugene, and you're talking about the player that didn't stand up for the national anthem. You said the Philadelphia Eagles, but it was the San Francisco 49ers. So maybe you might make a correction.
That was good. What'd you think, Chuck?
That was good.
We appreciate you calling in, and thank you. Thank you, you people. We played on the air. Thank you very much, and feel free to do it again.
And so we've got a question coming up later, right?
Yes, we do. We're still thinking about the question. Of course, we've got some questions. Would you have Chuck out to your house to cook meatloaf?
There's the number.
Listen, seriously though, what city are you in?
Yes. Geographical roll call.
Just call this number. See the number right here? Just call the number. Say Smyrna, Dallas, Norcross, wherever you are. Just say we're just curious.
Right.
Curious. We want to hear it. That would be a thrill to us, and we'll play them back in rapid succession next week.
Right.
Okay, we got a lot more to come.
Hi, I'm Don Weathers from 24 Bell Bottom. We're located on Xena Drive, just right down from the jail. You can't miss me with this big bright yellow building and the red trim. And there's my phone number right there. Put it in your phone. Keep me on speed dial. You never know when you're gonna need me. But I guarantee you when you do, I'm gonna treat you like family, and we're gonna get you out of jail no matter where you're at in the state of Georgia. We have several locations, so it doesn't matter what you're charged with or where you're at, we're gonna come to your rescue. We're gonna get you out of that old stinky jail. You call me 770-382-2424, and we'll be there when you need us.
Just met a nice couple inside Old Car City here, and the offices in there, not where the walkthrough. Very nice people. Very nice people. Father, daughter. Daughter's coming down here because she's looking for graduate school. Real smart girl. So I just had a short little conversation, just a couple minutes, and well, here they are.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good.
Y'all were just taking a tour of Old Car City. Where are you from?
We're from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Well, what brought you to Old Car City?
Well, we actually were visiting down here some schools. My daughter's going to be going to graduate school.
Congratulations.
And, and we thought that we'd stop here on the way back because I saw this on the internet. I thought it'd be really cool to check it out.
Has it been cool?
Yeah, it's very cool.
Do you get a lot? Are you a photographer type? I mean,
no, I'm not. I'm not a photographer, but I took a lot of pictures.
Did you get a neat picture for Facebook?
a couple cool ones.
It's it's very different. I don't think there's no place else like this. People from all over the world are coming here. All right, you're going to grad school. What for?
Yes. Medical illustration, hopefully.
What does that mean exactly?
I guess generally they're the people that fuse medicine and art together, and I guess the people that draw the pictures for textbooks.
Are you good at that? Can you do it?
We'll see.
Is there a demand for this? Are there jobs out there waiting for you?
It's a very small field, very small input, and
right.
There's demand, but it's.
Yeah, the first I've run into that actually does that.
Yeah. I just figured out that it existed this past.
Did you and what schools did you go to?
We went to Chicago, and then we're visiting Augusta down here.
Have you visited? You haven't visited yet?
We did.
What did you think?
I liked it a lot. It was a really pretty little campus, and we met with
the assistant professor. He was a very engaging person.
Was he?
Yeah, it was a good 2 hours we spent with him.
What are you looking for when you're looking at a school?
I don't know. No, I'm not that far along yet.
Well, she was actually, she's trying to determine if this is the field she wants to get into.
Oh, okay.
So it was kind of an investigative visit to learn more about the, medical illustration and see if it's something that she wants to do.
What was your undergraduate in?
Environmental science and biology.
Jeez, smart girl.
She's pretty smart.
Was this like 4.0 all through high school and all that?
Almost. Not quite.
Well, welcome to Cartersville. Nice to meet you guys.
Nice meeting you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Hello, this is Dean Lewis, Old Car City, USA, White, Georgia. We have photographers here from all over the world. We got them today from, I don't know where all. Every continent we believe has been here, and probably every state. We didn't keep up the states, we did the countries. We have had them this week from Germany, England, Norway, and maybe another or two, I can't remember, and in a lot of states. Come on up to Old Car City, USA.
Located just an hour and a half northeast of Atlanta, Helen, Georgia is a recreation of a Bavarian village. It offers a wide assortment of shops featuring unique gifts you won't find anywhere else. Conveniently located near Unicoi State Park and local wineries, Helen is a perfect destination for all things in and outdoors. Beautiful walking, hiking trails, and waterfalls make up the landscape of this beautiful North Georgia town. When visiting Helen, thousands of visitors each year choose the Helendorf for their lodging. The Helendorf is the perfect place to stay as it is right in the middle of everything happening in Helen. Located right on downtown Main Street, you will find many restaurants and shops. And if the nightlife is your thing, live music and an ice-cold adult beverage are all within walking distance. If you're looking for a lazy day, sit on the balcony overlooking the upper Chattahoochee River and watch as the tourists make their way down the river. Beautiful rooms, an indoor pool, and the best location, the Helendorf has it all. Call and reserve your much-needed getaway today. Call 706-878-2271 or visit them on the web at helendorf.com. And hey, tell them Chuck from Cartersville Live sent you.
Well, it's the end of the show.
Another Sunday gone by.
We haven't thrown the question out there yet, Chuck.
Oops.
Sorry. Well, we have thrown a couple questions out, though. You got to keep the number up here. You'll keep the number up here, right, Chuck?
Phone number's there.
You see the number? We asked the question, where are you? Where are you? Just what city? Call up and say wherever, hang up the phone. Also, about Chuck going to somebody's home cooking meatloaf. Would you watch that? If he went to somebody's house and made them meatloaf, would you care to see that? Yes, no, weird?
Is that the stupidest thing you've ever heard?
I mean, I'm sure that's up there. Now we need a legit question. What's the legit? What are we asking as a survey question, Chuck? Chuck?
Who's going to win the Super Bowl this year?
Who's going to win the Super Bowl this year? Falcons are playing the Buccaneers today.
Right, Tampa Bay.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I may watch it. I don't know. Falcons are I don't know. Who's going to win the Super Bowl this year? Let's see who's got psychic abilities. Call this number and give your answer.
We'll play it next week.
Chuck, we got to go.
See you.
See you.
In the shape of something